Hi all. So in this session, we will be discussing about X-ray diffraction using reciprocal lattice. X-rays are electromagnetic wave and they should exhibit phenomena like diffraction. And X-rays cannot be diffracted by devices such as diffraction grating because of their shorter wavelength, which is about 0.1 nanometer. So in 1921, German physicist Max von Laue suggested that a crystal which consists of 3D array of regularly spaced atoms could serve as diffraction grating because its interatomic spacing is comparable with the wavelength of X-ray. So instead of using diffraction grating, a crystal itself serves as a role of diffraction grating. Later on, Friedrich Anipin demonstrated X-rays diffraction from crystal of zinc blende. And X-ray diffraction is also used to determine the wavelength of X-ray. We know that inside the crystals, atoms are regularly arranged in atomic planes. So if we consider a set of atomic planes with interplanar spacing d as shown in the figure, and let a parallel beam of X-ray of wavelength lambda be incident on these parallel plane at an angle theta. This angle is called as glancing angle. So there will be either constructive or destructive interference. So if there is a constructive interference, then the path difference should be equal to an integer number of the wavelength. That is n lambda equal to 2d sin theta. In order to describe a crystal, we need information about how atoms are arranged inside the crystal. But to get the information about the crystal structure, which means that the details of atomic arrangement, we have to study the X-ray diffraction. And this X-ray diffraction is not a direct microscopic technique, so that we cannot directly see the atoms by this. But what we get is a graph containing Bragg's peaks in different positions and different directions. And these Bragg's peaks are related to the atomic planes in the direct lattice. And this relationship is not direct. So that from Bragg's peak, we have the information about atomic planes, but it is not a direct relationship, it is an indirect relationship. So that the solution is given by Paul Peter Ewald, a German physicist and crystallographer. He discovered a new type of lattice called reciprocal lattice, which is defined in momentum space. Mathematically, reciprocal lattice is the Fourier transform of direct lattice. As I told earlier, crystals are made up of many set of parallel planes with different orientation and different interplanar spacing, and which cause the X-ray diffraction. So if we choose a simple cubic lattice as shown in the figure, and we can choose any two planes. There are many set of parallel planes with different distances, interplanar spacing, and if these two planes, and the distance between these two planes is given by dHKL, which is called as interplanar distance. Next, we have to choose some arbitrary point inside the simple cubic lattice. From that arbitrary point, we have to draw a normal to the plane which we have chosen. And the length of this normal should be equal to 1 by dHK, that is reciprocal of the interplanar distance. At the end point of this normal, we have to form a lattice. And this lattice is called as reciprocal lattice. Next, we can see how reciprocal lattice is constructed. So we have to choose some arbitrary point inside the direct lattice structure as origin, and then we have to draw normals to each and every set of parallel planes of the direct lattice from this chosen origin, such that the length of the normal should be equal to the reciprocal of interplanar spacing of the respective set of plane. And the endpoints of these normals, we have to mark a lattice point which is called as reciprocal lattice. So next we can see how to construct reciprocal lattice from this monoclinic structure. So here I have chosen three planes, that is 100 plane and 001 plane and a diagonal 101 plane. So there are many set of planes, that is 002 plane is there, 003 plane is there, 200 plane is there. So here I have chosen only these three. For simplicity, we can represent these three planes into straight lines like this. For 100, 001 and this diagonal is 101 plane. Then we have to choose some arbitrary point as the origin. So here we have chosen O as the origin, and then from this arbitrary point O, we can draw normal to the plane 1, 0, 0. And at the end point of this normal, we have to mark a lattice point. Then we can draw similarly to 2, 0, 0 plane, 3, 0, 0 plane, and so on. Then from this same arbitrary origin, we can draw for the plane 0, 0, 1, and we can mark a lattice point here. Then for 0, 0, 2, then for 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, and so on. So we get a collection of lattice points, and all these together is called as reciprocal lattice. Here we can see how reciprocal lattice is related to direct lattice. So when X-rays are sent on a periodic array of atoms, then they are diffracted by the atoms, like light can also be diffracted. The patterns observed on the screen is a periodic array of lines. So if this happens in a 2-dimension, then the corresponding diffraction pattern will be a regular array of light spots, and it is the reciprocal lattice. If these atoms are more widely spaced, then these light spots will get closer, and if the atoms are more closely spaced, then these light spots will be expanding. If another atoms are added to the crystal without changing the periodicity, then the position of light spots remain unchanged, but the intensities only get varied. We know that 1 by dHKL is equal to sigma HKL is the reciprocal lattice vector. If we consider three planes 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0 and 0, 0, 1 of a single cubic lattice, and the corresponding reciprocal lattice is represented by sigma 1, 0, 0, sigma 0, 1, 0 and sigma 0, 0, 1. If volume is equal to area into height, that is here the height is the distance between the set of planes, that is dHKL is the interplanar distance. So V equal to A into dHKL, or taking the reciprocal we get 1 by V equal to 1 by A into 1 by dHKL, or A by V equal to sigma HKL. So sigma 1, 0, 0 equal to B cross C divided by V, where B cross C is the area and V is the volume. This is equal to A star. Sigma 0, 1, 0 equal to C cross A by V equal to B star, and sigma 0, 0, 1 equal to A cross B by V equal to C star, and A star B equal to A star C equal to 0, B star A equal to B star C equal to 0, C star A equal to C star B equal to 0, A star A equal to B star B equal to C star C equal to 2 pi. And here A star, B star and C star is called as fundamental reciprocal lattice vectors. So the reciprocal lattice vector G can be written in terms of Miller indices and the fundamental reciprocal lattices as G is equal to H A star plus K B star plus L C star.